Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 142 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel, as it is the Decade of Destruction show, which we will get to in just a little bit. We are going to run through the awards page first, and then we'll go through the mail, then we'll run the show as the Fighter of the Year, Ben Rothwell, of course, you see there, of course, getting wins over both Sergei Krutnerov and Mirko Krokop. I mean, that's huge. Absolutely massive. Company of the Year was Bellator. Weirdly enough, I know Bellator, I think they had just started. Yeah, they only have like 6 shows. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, that's a hell of a show, though. That first show. Wow. Look at Bellator go. Absolute savages. Wow. Female Fight of the Year was Vanessa Porto. No surprise there. Fight of the Year was a Strike Force fight. As Caleb Starnes, though, got the win. Show of the Year was, that same show. Looks like, that one was by submission. Yes, that was that same show that had that fight on it. Knockout of the Year was Gabriel Gonzaga, knocking out Gilbert Yervell back at Pride FC Worldwide 28. Tim Sylvia for Ben Rothwell 2. And Submission of the Year was a Cage Warriors submission. Rookie of the Year, Hung Jun Lim as Hung Ju Lim, rather. Jesus, 3-0. Obviously, South Korean. Seoul, South Korea to be exact. He has got a fight coming up. He has signed to UFC. He's had some good fights throughout 2009. And yeah, I mean, that's a fun fight for sure. We'll have to. So, welterweight, too. We'll have to shortlist. Oh, we already shortlisted him. I kind of was just like, let's just kind of see how good he was. And he's definitely solid. We'll definitely have to bring him in. And TBF, what the world? Tai Chi Palace fights? Huh. Wow. That had the main event of the year. a show that, our company rather, they only had 2 shows the entire year. Presta was the team of the year. Upset of the year was Ramiro Sato shockingly beating Dean Thomas back in January at Pride FC Bushido in Osaka 8 in that main event. And the worst fight of the year was a pancrase fight. If that makes sense. So yeah, now we'll take a look at the mail, and then we'll run the show. Alrighty, so the pieces of mail, actually, it's only 2 pieces of mail. It's an extension for Josh Thompson and Fabrizio Verdum. We still are waiting on a couple of more extensions to come through, but I see here Tyron Woodley got signed to Dream. Hold on here. Again, Tyron Woodley. Yeah, he's also, of course, part of Bellator, which is big, but there we go. I was about to say, why is it not loading up? There we go, Tyron Woodley. Sometimes the pictures just won't load when it's a new person to the save for some reason. But yeah, Pride 47, Decade of Destruction. Aaron Toughill, Vanessa Porto 2, our main event, was going to be on the Shockwave card, but we bumped it down to this. Just felt like this was a better main event to have for this show. We're also going to have Ron Fairclough and Forrest Griffin as a co-main event, Dean Thomas and Joaquim Hansen as well. Macaulay Avistian taking on Pete Williams, Kelly Cabal Schmitz and Chris Cyborg, and Johnny Hendricks against Matt Hughes in a WrestleFest fucking welterweight matchup. But if Johnny Hendricks could beat Matt Hughes, that'd be huge for him. That's a huge win there, potentially. And then Chris Lieben and Michael Bisping as a prelim, which is very, very fun. Tough 1 and tough 3 guys. And Valentino Overeem and Kevin Randleman. Of course, Bisping won his season, but that Valentino Overeem Kevin Randleman fight should be interesting. Obviously, Valentino Overeem, more of a stand-up striker. Now, obviously, Randleman, a wrestler, but has done very, very poorly in the mod, which breaks my fucking heart. As our main event, looking to make her 3rd defense is Vanessa Porto. Of course, a rematch from Bushido and Beijing, where we crowned our first ever champion. And Vanessa Porto winning by submission. She's submitted 4 of her last 5 opponents. 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Vanessa Porto ranked number 1. Toughill ranked 6. This is both of their second time main eventing a Pride event. I'm assuming that was back when the first time a main evented was the last time. Toughill will finish. She's finished 3 of her last 5. She's gonna have a significant weight advantage. Tom B is backing her. I think it's gonna be relatively close, depending on what happens with Toughill. If she can keep it standing, I don't think Vanessa Porto could handle her. But obviously, I think just Vanessa Porto right now is on a whole level as far as grappling wise, and no one's been really able to stop her in that women's division. Ron Fairclough and Forrest Griffin, though, was a hell of a fight. Two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Fairclough ranked 14th, Griffin ranked 20th. Co-main eventing a pay-per-view like this is massive. As far as Griffin's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents, he's got a 5-inch reach advantage as well, but Fairclough has the slight advantage, 4-3. Ron Fairclough coming in off of a loss to Mauricio Shogun Hua, which tough loss, but I mean anybody in that middleweight division that's ranked is a very, very tough opponent. You see there, he's had good to great fights pretty much throughout his Pride FC career. And then Forrest Griffin, who is got the 5-inch reach advantage like we just talked about. He just beat Alex Stiebling, got him with a rear naked choke in the 3rd round. It's crazy, he's lost to Vanderlei, Frank Shermark, and then Renzo Gracie. So 2 former middleweight champions, and then Renzo Gracie in his debut got caught with a rear naked choke on his first fight. But yeah, I mean this. What's interesting about Forrest is he's only knocked out somebody once. That was against Solioff. So see if he can do it again here. He's got a couple of wins by rear naked choke. Either that's going to go the distance. I think they match up very well together. I think Forrest's reach is going to help him out a lot, though. We'll see if that is in fact true for their fight. It's Dean Thomas taking on Hellboy Joaquim Hansen. Thomas has submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. Both are world-ranked welterweights. Thomas is 2nd, Joaquim Hansen 8th. Thomas trains at Team Punishment, which Hansen has an overall record of 0-1 against other members of that team. Joaquim Hansen has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. He's going to also have a significant weight advantage, but Dean Thomas will have the reach advantage. Dean Thomas has 7-0 on the Blurcat staff picks. That is nuts, because Dean Thomas is 2-2. Lost to Imada in his debut. Lost to Ramiro Sato, of course, which was, you just saw, the biggest upset of 2009. He did beat Josh Thompson, which I didn't even think he was going to beat Josh Thompson. Very interesting. As far as if he's going to win, it's going to be by an armbar, leg lock, rear naked choke. If he's going to win, it's going to be a grappling win or a unanimous decision win. Joaquim Hansen, on the other hand, he's got some fucking hands. He can really swing it. As far as he got the TKO win over BJ Penn. The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, though, I think it should stay pretty even. If I had to give a slight advantage, I would definitely say Dean Thomas, though. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But just the thing with Joaquim is, I mean, he's got a hell of a streak going on. Obviously, the 2 split decision wins over Takanori Gomi and Joe Stevenson could have went either way, but beating Tetsuji Kato and finishing BJ Penn, it's a big get. It's a hell of a streak. Would love to see him get a fight that's going to be past average, because it looks like he's just the majority of the time it's going to be an average fight, but he does have that fantastic win against Mac Danzig. We'll see how that fight goes. I'm excited to see it. That's a fun one. And then Macaulay Vistian against Pete Williams, Eldoro Pete Williams. So Macaulay Vistian, of course, has that Sambo background. He submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. On a 2-fight losing streak, lost to both Pedro Hizo and Cain Velasquez. But you see there, he got the submission win over Simi Shalat, which Shalat's, I think, a good little comparison for Pete Williams, because Pete Williams, hell of a head kick on him. Really should be known for more of his grappling, but it's not really there. He loves to knock people out there with that head kick, and if he gets caught, Macaulay Vistian, I think he's probably going to go down with that. But it's just crazy to think who he's beaten, though. He's beaten Josh Barnett in the past. He's beaten even Rico Rodriguez when he knocked down Mark Coleman. That was pretty electric at Pride 22. And then, he's fought, like, very, very tough guys, though. Sergey, which, losing to a 2008 Sergey is not great on your record. Lost to Overeem, lost to Krokop, Arvlovsky, Big Knox. So basically, he's only losing to the top of the top, Basically, 3 of those guys he's lost to have been heavyweight champions, so you can't really knock them there. It should be an interesting fight, though, because both guys really have something to prove. The veterans, but could get into... Pete Williams is already in the top 10, but Macaulay Vistian's trying to get there. I think with the rankings, he's 16th. We'll see what Pete's at. Yeah, Pete's 8th. So, yeah, Macaulay Vistian looking to get into that top 15 with a win. Pete Williams looking to prove he still got some fight left in him, as Kelly Machine Gun Cabal Schmitz against Chris Cyborg. Cyborg has finished 3 of her last 5 opponents. I'll be honest, I think she's going to maul her. I think Kelly Cabal Schmitz, she's a hell of a talent. And it's someone 11-4, 1-2 though in Pride FC. I just feel like her wins, like there's some big wins there. The Rosie Sexton 4 fights was pretty nuts. And Anna Michelle Tavares is an absolute savage, and she beat Roxanne Modafferi by decision, which looks like it was only as far as assuming it's a 10-minute round and a 5-minute round in the second round is how Smackerel does their fights. But the debut against Toughill, lost to Tara LaRosa as well. At least she won against Fujino back in August. But this is a tough fight. This is a very tough fight. Cyborg's a fucking beast and a half. It's crazy to think she's already fought 4 times, but had the fight with Vanessa Porto. Did have an upset loss to Karina Dam. But, Cyborg, she's going to bring it. She is going to bring it. That is for sure. That's going to be a hell of a fight. Cyborg has the slight advantage. I'd have to agree with the Blurcat staff picks there. Then Johnny Big Rig Hendricks taking on Matt Hughes. Hendricks has finished 4 of his last 5 opponents. This is his Pride FC debut, and a big debut to take on somebody like Matt Hughes, a former welterweight champion. Matt Hughes has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. First time they fought, obviously, Matt Hughes, 5-inch reach advantage. Hendricks trains AMC Pinkerton, which Matt Hughes is 1-0 against other members of that team. Mark J backing Matt Hughes. I don't hate that. It's just Mark Hughes. He is on a 2-fight win streak against both Eric Davila and Matt Serra, and it's great to think he even beat John Fitch, but you have to go way back to like 2006 when you really see like a quality win, and that's against Luis Santos, obviously, and that was back when we did the 10-minute and the 5-minute rounds, so not even during the 3-round system. And yeah, I mean, I think really his style really fit well during his prime in the early to mid 2000s. Once the turn of the decade really happened and into the later 2000s, that's when we got to see the struggles. But he's also lost to some tough guys, though, like Dennis Hamann, obviously, welterweight champion. He couldn't figure out Tetsuji Kato. GSP, of course, welterweight champion, and Dan Hardy just had a welterweight title fight. So he's at least losing to like the best of that welterweight division, though, at the same time. 36, though. Doesn't have a lot of fights left in him, I would say. And then Johnny Hendricks, 5-1 rather, has only lost once during a King of the Cage fight. All of his fights have been good. Yeah, I think that's going to be a fun fight. I think they match up very well, stylistically wise, and yeah, it should be a banger. Potentially a banger, I'll say, because with that, they could wrestle fuck each other for 3 rounds. It could be a shit show, but Chris the Crippler Lieben taking on Michael the Count Bisping. What a fight this is, though. Both southpaws, both have won 3 of the last 5. I think stylistically they match up pretty well. I know the betting lines have Lieben as a big favorite, because he is a bit of a veteran compared to Michael Bisping. Bisping's really, his career's kind of been wonky because of his injuries. But it's crazy to think, Lieben, 8-4, 5-3 as a whole in Pride FC. Beat Ronaldo Sobral, which was pretty massive. Had the crazy fights with Melvin Manhoef. Split decision loss to Mark Hughes. They're losing to Josh Rafferty in UFC's, crazy, because he beat the piss out of him in the tough. So it's just wild. I think Michael the Count Bisping, though, 4-1. Crazy. I think he's 30 years old. He's only had 5 fights because of that torn ACL. Had to wait, obviously, from 04 to 07. Finally got his fights. Fought Hector Lombard. Then got choked out by Tom Lawler in London, which that's got to sting. You got to bounce back with a win here if you can, but I guess Lieben's the heavy favorite. Then Valentin Overeem and the monster, Kevin Randleman. Kevin Randleman hasn't won in almost 4 years. April 2007 was the last time he's won. We should definitely get rid of him. If it wasn't for him being Kevin Randleman, he would have been gone by now, because literally the only wins he's had have been against guys that are no longer with us in the company. And then you have to go to Simi Chalette when he was the Pride FC heavyweight champion, which that was awesome. Though when he won the belt, then that February comes, starts the Ice Cold Eagle run, and then he just gets destroyed. That's former heavyweight champion and Big Nog. Josh Ronette's a savage. Of course, Pete Williams has gotten some wins. Losing to Couture and Erickson's tough. Frank Mir's a savage. Rafael Carino's a savage, and Gilbert Yvel, kickboxing wise, is a bit of a threat to him. But he's had, he hasn't had like bad fights though. So there is that. And then for Valentin Overeem, 19-15, 5-3, of course, in Pride FC. He hasn't really fought a whole lot. Didn't even fight in 2009, but here he is in 2010. Beat Czech Congo by decision, but he's, fought Roy Nelson. Beat Roy Nelson, which is not an easy feat for a lot of people. We'd have to probably run that back here if he beats Kevin Randleman here. And we will get that fight on the road here. 19-15, 13-12. A couple of veterans on the prelim here. -180, plus 140. Valentino Overeem is the underdog. I am very surprised by that. The Kata Dojo, Hammer House, of course, for Kevin Randleman, and Big John McCarthy's the referee. Ringside judges Overeem's towering over Kevin Randleman. The fight begins. Randleman looking to shortening the range. I would not be doing that, as he can't hit the jab, but he hits the right cross, though. Look at Overeem, though. Two jabs. Two left-handed jabs with a right cross that lands hard, and he rocks him here. Yeah, went for the uppercut, but Randleman avoids it in the last possible second. Circling back now is Randleman looking like he's trying to regain his composure. Two fighters are engaging in strikes. Neither fighter can land anything, though. Overeem moves in, looking for that grappling opportunity he needs, but he can't take it, does Randleman, as punch is avoided by Kevin Randleman again. Another punch fails to land. They come together and strike. Nothing's really happening. Quick punch doesn't land. Overeem's going to clinch with him. Interesting. It's not a bad idea if he can get him up against the ropes here. Yep, he does so. Went for the foot stomp, which Randleman was ready for it, and he creates enough space to escape away from the ropes. Overeem back into pressuring. There's a counter jab from Randleman. Two punches. Doesn't land any of them. Goes for a combination, which he missed all the strikes in. Tries to go for a knee. Randleman defends it, though. Now he gets caught with a knee, does Randleman this time. Looking for it again. He's trying to take him down now, and that's ugly as sin, but he does end up on the ground. He's turtled up on him. And there's several big shots now. He's sharply seeing that Overeem's about to prepare for a kick, so he stands right back up. Randleman now looks for the takedown, and it's a great sprawl from Overeem. You don't want to see that if you're Kevin Randleman. You're in Kevin Randleman's corner. Overeem hits a two tentative left hands. Either have anything behind them. A punch from Randleman fails to land. Randleman looking confident, though. Still looking to throw hands with Overeem. That is not a good idea. There's two weak flicked left hands from Overeem, though. There's a crunching straight right to the jaw. Knocks him down. Looking to finish this fight here. Randleman hangs on now, looking for an Americana. Randleman blocks that. Looking for mount. Oh, and he just rolls it out, gives up his back instead. Looking for the naked choke. He's going to have to get the both hooks in if he's going to want to win that one. But he survived for the round, and Valentino Overeem, of course, knocked him down. And, I think this has gone pretty much as expected. Overeem is going to be the better striker. Randleman, though, not getting a takedown, that kind of was like, oh shit, he's in over his head here against Overeem, unfortunately. But, and there's Overeem starting off the second round with a jab and a nice overhand right, another jab and a straight right. Overeem's starting to slow down, but so is Randleman. Jab lands from Overeem, but the body kick followed up as telegraphed, and Randleman is able to grab it, looking for the takedown. Still can't get him down, but he's got him up against the ropes. He's wearing him down, using that weight, that extra 5 pounds, I guess, is too much for him. A couple of punches to the side of the head. That's still, though, 235-pound man on you. It's still fucking tough to deal with. Now they're exchanging short punches to the side of the head. Big John McCarthy's going to get him back into the center. There's a ragged-looking takedown to him from Overeem, which is a brilliant sprawl there from Randleman, pushing him down on his hands and knees. Overeem is very much blown up. Looking for the soccer kick. Doesn't happen now. They get back up to their feet. Minute left. Randleman looks like he's about to shoot in, but Overeem, again with the initiative, can't hit the sub left jab, hits a crunching right hook. Don't think it's going to knock him out, but there's a solid right hand after the counter from Randleman. But that second round was interesting, because I really enjoyed what Randleman was doing. I think he won the round. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, once you took a look at the entire fight, because Valentino Overeem still has done, I think, more damage, has definitely knocked him down more, but now Randleman looks for the takedown. He's got it. It's a single leg. How about that? A few right hands to the body, trying to catch his breath now. Or trying to catch him with a punch, though, rather. It's Overeem on the bottom. Not happening, though. Randleman is very wary about getting caught in a submission, keeping him very close. Still, again, short, stinging punches. Trying to sweep, not happening. Trying to sweep again, not happening. Trying to get side control, he does so. That makes sense. Pounds away. Come on, Randleman. You got to do some damage here. Not doing it, though. Blown up. Just kind of getting a couple to manage to get through. Some big right hands, not able to do a lot of damage, though, and that kind of blows himself up. So that's going to be an interesting one to decide on if you're a judge, because I would go with Valentino Overeem. Yeah, okay, I was about to say, someone better not pick Kevin Randleman. Yeah, they just got tired out, and once Overeem blown up, it is, that was it for him as far as looking for the finish. 20th win, though, for Valentino Overeem. It's a big feat, though, nonetheless. He wants to take on Alexei Oleinik next. Praises his team at the Kata Dojo. Is very responsible to all the fans that came out to support him. Our next prelim fight, Chris Lieben, Michael Bisping. Minus 530. God damn, they were not kidding when they said this was a strong favorite in Chris Lieben. Only a year difference between the two, but you see there way more fight experience. Chris Lieben is about to say Big John McCarthy's referee again. Ringside judges. Here we go. They don't touch gloves. Start it off. Bisping with a left jab and a left kick to the rib cage. There's a sharp 1-2, and there's a small gash now underneath the eye of Bisping. Left hook now from Bisping, and there's a wicked left uppercut after missing on the jab, and he knocks him down with that uppercut. Lieben's going to want him to stand back up. That makes a lot of sense. As there's his right hand jab, but it has a left hook blocked. Bisping blasts his opponent with a 4-punch combination, then with a shot to the body. This has been a fun fight so far. There's a jab from Lieben, but misses the left hand. There's 2 quick punches there, and then lands the left kick to the body. Left hook from Bisping, and there's a left wicked uppercut again. And he knocks him down for the second time, looking to finish him off now. Massive lefts here. Bisping's getting fucked up, and Big John's finally going to stop it. Chris Lieben getting a massive win there. Phenomenal fight for Chris Lieben. And that's even a fun effort from Michael Bisping, as he wants to kick Melvin Manhoef's ass. Good luck with that, buddy. Melvin Manhoef has been the man that has not been figured out by a lot of the middleweights. He's been knocked out by Melvin Manhoef before. I don't think you want to be barking up that tree again. On the main card, Johnny Big Rig Hendricks, Matt Hughes, 5-1, 33-9 on the fight difference. Experience there's crazy, 10-year experience. About the same height in the obviously wrestling background. -110 for both guys. Let's see how it plays out. Yuji Shimada's referee, ringside judges. Here we go. They touch gloves. Looks like we're about to see a step in and grapple from Matt Hughes, but Hendricks simply took the initiative first. Looking to get a down position to clinch. Looking for a slam is Matt Hughes. Can't do it though. Hendricks defends it well. As Hendricks throws some strikes on the right head kick, but Hughes defends all of that. Hendricks unfortunately slips as a result of the miss and ends up on the ground. Let's see what Matt Hughes does, trying to secure it, and there's a scramble. Hughes manages to come out on top though. See what he can do. Looking for side control. Here comes a scramble. Hendricks is on his back though, so he ends up losing out in the scramble again. Some right hands from Hughes, trying to move from half guard. Blocks didn't move from half guard to full guard. Now the referee's going to stand him up. They're in the clinch. Hendricks is again down in position in the clinch. Can't out-wrestle Matt Hughes, though. Matt Hughes is a fucking savage. Hendricks trying to push him against the ropes. He does so. Now looking for the underhook. Yeah, he's got it. Yep, Hughes is left on his back now. Nice takedown from Hendricks. There's a fast elbow. Scores with a glancing blow, and that is a noticeable gash above the eye of Matt Hughes. As he's too quick, though, and grabs side control. Does Hendricks now. Punching down on Hughes, trying to pull guard, not happening. Fires with punches, that's not happening either. Trying to pull guard. Yeah, I mean, Hendricks is, he's in his world now, on top, doing damage. Pounds away, some few shots slam, but not a lot of clean ones. And yeah, I mean, it looked like Matt Hughes had a chance there in the first 5 minutes or so, but once he got that takedown, he entered Johnny Hendricks' world and turned it up a little bit. Had the cut there with the elbow. Hopefully we get the cut man to patch that up. Going into round 2, they clinch up. Hendricks is the aggressor. Hits him with a knee strike. Catches him with a knee strike to the body again. Trying to push him against the ropes. Hendricks now looking for another double underhook. Takedown. Yep, easily trip. Hughes is on the ground. Oh, and he's got us back. Rear naked choke. See if he can get the hooks in. Oh, Hughes blocks it. Pounds away now. Still pounding away. Looking for both hooks in again. Hendricks blocks it. Or rather, Matt Hughes blocks it. Looks for the rear naked choke again. Yeah, I mean, but Hendricks did enough to win that round by doing nothing. So yeah, it's pretty much went how, the wrestle fuck happening. That's what's going to happen when you got 2 wrestlers in there. Hendricks is trying to get him in a clinch, trying to get over against ropes. Not happening though. Hendricks looking for it again. This time he's got another underhook takedown. It's a Greco-Roman slam. Drives him down. Hughes has to pull guard, and that will do it for Matt Hughes. As Johnny Hendricks will be getting the win here. He's just got to not get caught from Matt Hughes on the bottom, which I don't think is going to happen. Some right hands, blocks it to mid-sweep. Yuji Shimada's going to stand up for about a minute. Hughes was getting tired. Matt Hughes is just now getting tired. Main aim to get in close, but Hughes takes the initiative. There's a nice straight right hand from Matt Hughes. Magically knocks him out. Be incredible. Matt Hughes starting to breathe a little deeper now. It's now or nothing. There's 2 left hands and a roundhouse kick to the body. Looked like you see some grappling here as Matt Hughes, he misses all the strikes in the combination, and that's going to give a counter to a right hook. Matt Hughes, please knock him out. Oh, damn. Oh, they clinch up. There was a lot happening there towards the end, but that would have been nuts. A tough break for Matt Hughes. He had that reach advantage. He just wouldn't really use it. Hendricks was smart enough just to try to wrestle him, and makes sense. Gets that 6th win. Yeah, Matt Hughes now 33-10 has lost his first fight, at least since 2008, since October. So it's been a while for him. We'll see how he bounces back. So he's very happy to have capped his Pride debut with a win and praises everyone at AMC Pinkerton, all of his various sponsors, all of his friends, family, and supporters of our women's contest here. Kelly Cabal-Schmitz, Chris Cyborg, 6'2", 11-4, 5'6" for both girls, 145 for both girls. I'm assuming Cyborg's those probably fighting around 155. Plus 150 for Kelly Cabal-Schmitz. Excuse me. Chris Cyborg with the betting line of minus 190. Big John McCarthy's referee. Ringside judges, here we go. Yep, their Cyborg being at like 155, 160. Stand trade the center of the ring. Cabal-Schmitz is wanting to grapple. Can't take the initiative. There's 2 punches, but doesn't hit Schmitz with any of them. Kind of right hand. And with 2 jabs followed by a nice right hook. Look at Kelly Cabal-Schmitz go. Kind of left hand again. Oh, wow. Cyborg lands a left jab, but can't make contact on that right head kick. That would have been it. There's a left hand. Kelly Cabal-Schmitz is doing a great job so far. Poking away. There's a left jab. Leaves herself open for the attempted body kick as she capitalizes on it by catching the leg so she can get the takedown. Not happening. Pulls it out, and now we're back to standing again. Jab lands from Cyborgs. Kelly Cabal-Schmitz evades the big right punch. Without taking too much damage, Kelly Cabal-Schmitz is able to clinch up with Cyborg. Wrestles herself in a down position to grapple, looking to get her into a clinch. Got her now. There's a huge knee to the stomach. Partially blocks a knee strike. And we're about to see Kelly Cabal-Schmitz get some grappling started, but Cyborg was more aggressive again. Jab lands. Cyborg with a 1-2. Doesn't land either blow. Takes a chance to grapple with her in a clinch. Trying to get up against the ropes. Yeah, that's not happening. You're not going to throw around Cyborg. Now Cyborg looking for the Muay Thai clinch. Can't get it, though. Bit of a stalemate so far. Kelly Cabal-Schmitz misses the right hook. Here comes a jab and a head kick that's just off target. That would have probably been the fight ender there. Missing the right hook. It's kind of the left hook to the body. Again, has to step back to avoid the high right head kick. And there's a right hand that lands clean, though. Cyborg with a left punch, and then a left-handed punch, and then went for the big right, but Kelly Cabal-Schmitz evades it. Cyborg looking to get her back into the corner, into that pocket if she can, but Kelly Cabal-Schmitz is still fighting hard. There's a right roundhouse kick to the ribs. Sure, that didn't feel good. Left hook to the body. There's 2 jabs on the right hook from Kelly Cabal-Schmitz. There's a jab, no power behind it at all. Can't hit step left jab. Another body kick, though. And Cyborg's like, we got about 2 minutes left. Lands that left hook. Oh, look at that powerful straight right from Kelly Cabal-Schmitz. She knocks down Cyborg. No way, she's going to finish her. Oh, some elbows now. She's hanging on. Holy shit. Still trying to get some elbows in. Lord have mercy. What a knockdown from Kelly Cabal-Schmitz in that first round. Massive. Absolutely massive. Completely stole the round from Cyborg right there. Massive. Absolutely massive. Cyborg's got to have a big second round here. The forced exchange of strikes. There's a left hand from Schmitz. Cyborg connects with the jab. Fades the big right. Jab that has no power behind it at all. Another body kick. Kind of left hand. 1-2 from Cyborg. Fails to land. Kelly Cabal-Schmitz circling now. Cyborg can't hit over the setup left jab. Hits over the right roundhouse kick to the body again. Connects with the jab. Follows it up with the leg kick that misses. Can't connect with the jab. Another body kick. Kelly Cabal-Schmitz trying to get up against the ropes. Looking for the takedown. Not happening. Cyborg's now got control. Looking for the Muay Thai clinch. Can't get her in it. And then Kelly Cabal-Schmitz again fighting it off. And now she's in control. Looking for the foot stomp. And Cyborg circles out. Kelly Cabal-Schmitz breathing a little heavier. As Cyborg initiates exchanging of strikes. There's a left-hand exchange. Can't connect with the setup strikes. Then hits a slithering kick to the legs of Kelly Cabal-Schmitz. Yeah, Cyborg's got, she's got one last round left. Because I don't think she's done enough here. Kelly Cabal-Schmitz gets a takedown too. Oh, that's massive. Wow. She just can't get caught at this rate if you're Kelly Cabal-Schmitz and you're going to win this fight. Unreal. Kelly Cabal-Schmitz steps in, willing to take some strikes. Jab is wide and lands the roundhouse kick to the body. Gets a hold of it without taking too much damage. Is she going to take her down again? She does so. My God. Look at the pass. Not happening now. Tries to punch her. It's off target. Halfway point in the round. Trying to catch her breath. Kelly Cabal-Schmitz keeps on fighting it off. As, she's got to stay in control here. As, she's doing that, and she does. She's going to win by unanimous decision. What a win for Kelly Cabal-Schmitz. That is massive. Absolutely massive. Hopefully we get something going, though, because we've had kind of some safe fights so far. I'm hoping for one that's just a fucking all-out crazy one, as giving thanks to Kelly Cabal Schmitz praising her team at Henzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, all very responsible to the friends come sport. It is tough to follow the Shockwave card. That Shockwave card was crazy. But this should be a fun fight, though. Pete Williams and Macaulay Avistian. Minus 190 for Pete Williams, plus 150 for Avistian. Team Avistian, of course, for Macaulay Avistian, and Lions Den for Pete Williams. Big John McCarthy's back out there again as our referee. Ringside judges, here we go. They touch gloves. Williams is looking to strike exchange as a counter jab and misses from Avistian. Left hand, can't connect with the right to the body. Pete Williams, though, with a left and a straight right. It's a nice 1-2 there. Tries to go for the jab, but misses as Avistian. There's 2 left hands, and then catches them with a right roundhouse kick to the body. Still walking him down. There's a counter left hands. Doesn't connect, though. There's a high right head kick. Still can't do it, though. He doesn't even rock him. Can't connect the sub strikes. It's a nice straight right hand. Counter jab. Misses with all the strikes in the combination with a head kick. They're going to those strikes. Nothing really landing. Williams now back into the pocket. 1-2 from Williams failing to land. There's 2 jabs on the right hook. Counter left hand from Avistian. He hasn't even rocked him, which is crazy because he's hit him with some heavy shots. There's a right hand after can't connect with the jab. There's a left hand from Williams. Scores with the jab, but has the right hand blocked. Avistian again countering just with that jab. That's about it. They can't hit a significant shot now. Moving to the second half of this first round. Avistian with another counter jab. There's a great right hook. There's a nice straight right hand from Williams. He's breathing a little heavier, but he has not even rocked him yet. Williams looking for a dominant position to clinch. That's interesting. He's got him up against the clinch. Huh. Pete Williams has got complete control over him. Grappling, the grueling grappling that's continues for the next minute. Nothing really happening now. Trying to maintain his control. Avistian, though, does eventually work enough space and pull clear with 2 minutes left in the first. Williams again wanting to grapple. See if it's going to happen. As far as Avistian lands a left jab and misses the big right hand. He's got him into a clinch, trying to push him against the ropes. He does so. Wrestles free and circles back to the center. Minute left as Williams moving forward, constantly trying to pressure him into exchanging some more strikes. There's a counter jab. Missing all the strikes in combination with a low kick to the legs. Does Williams. Can't connect the step left jab. There's a nice right head kick. There we go. He rocks him this time up against the ropes. 22 seconds left. Has to duck underneath the spinning back fist. That would have taken his head clean off his shoulders. He survives for another round. Big round for Pete Williams, though. He brought the strikes. Avistian was not having it. That is not good. Avistian's been completely outclassed, for sure. And I think this was just a little too much of a step up for him. I think Pete Williams does a lot of things that Avistian just can't connect with, being able to grapple like that and be able to land those head kicks. Left jab, Avistian avoids the big punch. Another punch fails to land, but Williams is getting tired, so maybe Macaulay Avistian can be able to take him down here now that he's all tired out. Doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination ending with a low kick to the legs. He's trying to get up close. There's a left hand, and Avistian dodges the big right hand, or the big right head kick rather. That falls up as keeps slightly out of range, looking for his chance to dart in and grapple. And now Avistian is able to get him, looking for the trip. Not happening though. Pete Williams with a great stoppage of the takedown, another one, stuffing that takedown. Pete Williams is very, very tired though. Now he's looking for the trip takedown. Now Avistian's back in control. Pete Williams is still looking for it. He misses. They break apart from the grappling and they're circling again. Avistian with the successful single leg, though. Yeah, that's exactly what Avistian needs. I don't think it's going to be enough, but he did just rock him. He didn't full-on take him down. But if he has like a dominant third round, perhaps maybe he's able to steal it, but I just don't see it. Let's see what happens here. Misses the big right hand. Here comes the glancing high kick. Avistian still breathing well, but he's starting to feel a little bit. Williams is closing the distance. Avistian again looking to shoot in. They come together and strike. Williams with a left cross. There's a left... It misses the left jab from Avistian, but the vicious right cross lands. Williams is fighting exhaustion. He gets knocked down. Huge third round. No way Avistian's going to come back and win. He does so. Insane. This man. The luck of all luck in that man. What an exciting comeback from Macaulay Avistian. 35th win as well. He does prove that he can fight against somebody in the top 10. What a win for Macaulay Avistian. Lightweight contest next. Dean Thomas, Hellboy, Joaquim Hansen, 29-1, 25-8 though for Dean Thomas. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for both guys. As this should be a banger. Should be a banger. Minus 340 for Dean Thomas. him as a slight favorite like that, I don't think it's going to be enough. We'll see. Yuji Shimada's referee, ringside judges. Here we go. The fight begins. They touch gloves, close to the distance, though. Pair of tentative jabs land from Thomas. Zero effect, though. Hansen connects with the jab. Following leg kick misses. Mayman aimed to get in close, but Hansen aggressively took the initiative. A jab fails to land, or rather, just anything fails to land from Joachim Hansen in the combination with a slithering low kick. Thomas looking for the takedown. He's got it, but the guillotine looking for Joachim Hansen here. The neck was left exposed for Dean Thomas, but he pulls his head free. Now looking for the leg lock. That gets defeated. Now looking for the arm from... Oh my god, this is nuts. Everybody going for a submission. Leans back to avoid a couple of wild swings. Hansen again looking for the arm bar for the bottom. Now looking for the leg lock. Oh my, they're just trading it. Oh, Joachim Hansen catches him with the arm bar. Taps. That was fucking nuts. Though they were throwing everything at each other. Leg locks, arm bars. Awesome. Awesome fight. That was exactly what we need when you have two Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys in there looking to finish the fight and get that win. A huge win from Joachim Hansen. Tough break for Dean Thomas, who just can't seem to buy a win when he needs it the most. But what a win for Joachim Hansen. Praise his team, all of his various sponsors. Praise Dean Thomas for the tough fight, as well as our co-main event. Ron Fairclough, Forrest Griffin, middleweight division fight here. -110 for Forrest Griffin, the favorite, the slight favorite, obviously. +100 for Ron Fairclough. No team, though, for Ron Fairclough. I think that's going to hurt him a little bit here. Forrest is bigger. He's probably going to fight bigger as well. You know, he's taller, but he's probably going to fight at like 215, 225. We'll see. I think Big John, again, is the referee. Yep. And they begin here. They want to get up close and clinch. Works his way to a down position to clinch. Looking for the sweep. It's a great, excellent outside leg trip there as he sweeps Griffin down. Punching him now, looking for the scramble, but that's not happening. Fairclough, of course, this is his world down there. Trying to transition to full guard, not happening. Try to get a full guard again, not happening again. Blocks Griffin. Big John's going to stand him up. They come together in a clinch. Works his way into a down position to clinch. They get caught with a knee strike to the body as they grapple. Some more wrestling skills now. Fairclough is not going anywhere, though. Halfway point in the round. Defends himself from a tinted knee. Looking for the big knee strike to the body. Wrestles his way into a down position. The grapple again. Fairclough looking for the takedown again. Forrest, though, stops him. Now he's going to try to push him against the ropes. He does so. Looking for the takedown. He's got him. It's a bit even here so far. Griffin some 3 quick elbow strikes without doing too much damage. Oh, leg lock, though. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh, but it defends the sweep. He went for the sweep, actually. I thought it was going to be a submission. I thought he was going to get the leg from the bottom. But that would have been a great sweep. Still keeps him guessing. Referee Big John McCarthy's going to stand him up. About 20 seconds now. Griffin seems to be the aggressor. Gets out wrestled, though, to end out the first round. Very, very close, though, on the fight metrics. Yeah, that's a hell of a fight. 4 strikes is the difference. They both had 1 takedown. At least Fairclough went for the submission. Do have to say that, but yeah, hopefully we get a more exciting second round, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as Griffin again is the aggressor, trying to get him up against the ropes. He does so, looking for another takedown. He's got that as well. That's the thing with Forrest Griffin. He's just going to wear you down, which is so funny, because he really did not do that in real life. He really would go for broke a lot of times. He just didn't give a fuck. There's a couple of knee strikes. He's trying to move the guard. Griffin doesn't allow it. Looking for an arm triangle. Stops that from being applied. Blocks it into full guard. Look for the Kimura now. That also gets stopped. Minute left. Some small strikes clear. Just slowing things down. Referee's going to stand him back up. And yeah, it's going to be a round win for Forrest Griffin. That's for sure. Pretty much dominating after the takedown. And not another great fight there, but another great performance. But Fairclough is getting beaten up, though, with all those red marks all over the rib cage. Forrest is doing his thing. That is for sure. Using that size advantage to his advantage. As Fairclough trying to get him down with a takedown. That would have been huge, but Griffin blocks it. Tries to get him up against the ropes now. Another takedown. Unreal. Forrest Griffin's a problem. Who would have guessed it? But yeah, Griffin, if he keeps him down there, it's over. Minute 44 now left. A couple of knees to the hips. Just above the hip, actually. Referee's going to stand him up with 55 seconds left. Both guys are starting to slow down. They clinch up. They wrestle. Dominant position in the grapple. Looking to pin him. And it's another takedown. I mean, Forrest Griffin just made it look easy out there against Ron Fairclough. The other decision went for Forrest Griffin, obviously. Average fight. At least it was average. At least it wasn't terrible. But 17-3. He wants to fight Fabio Maldonado. Now, that's quite the challenge. Forrest Griffin gives a good interview here. He knows how to sell himself. And some good stuff on our main event. Aaron Steele Toughill taking on Vanessa Porto. On this Decade Destruction show, 14-0. Will she be undefeated and get that 15th win, or will Aaron Toughill avenge her loss and potentially knock out Vanessa Porto? Because I think that's going to be the only way this fight ends in Aaron Toughill's favor. Big John McCarthy again's out there. Even though the weight in the same, Toughill's definitely fighting around 155, 160. Toughill does a quick 1-2, doesn't land either blow though. But Porto's trying to get in close. A jab is away from Toughill and lands it right to the body. Porto's able to grab her. There's a trip. Doesn't get it though. Toughill now looking to get her against the ropes. Looks to get the knee strike to the thigh, but Porto clenches it, or tightens the clinch rather. Toughill with a knee strike to her knee, and there's a knee strike to the ribs. Knee strike to the stomach. Toughill doing a good job here. Vanessa Porto, though, patiently waiting, gets out of that predicament, but Toughill still trying to initiate some striking exchanges. Cannon step left jab, lands the right hand though. Toughill misses on the punch. Toughill misses on the punch again. Again, Vanessa Porto still trying to get in close, not happening though. Throws an attempted hook, lands a left jab to the body. Already just lands a left jab rather than not even to the body, but Vanessa Porto dodging the leg kick. Doesn't trouble her opponent with a combination, and now Porto grabs her, looking for the takedown. She's got the side control off the takedown, looking for mount now. Sweeps, just gives up her back. There's a rear naked choke coming any second now, but she's blocking the hooks though. Great job as Aaron Toughill fighting for her life, still looking for the rear naked choke. Not happening. I mean, that could have been it. That could have been it for sure. But Toughill, I think that's an interesting one to grade because obviously Vanessa Porto had her in a very dangerous position, getting her back with, but just couldn't get both hooks in. If she would have got both hooks in, obviously that would have been the end of the first round. But we'll go into the second. See what happens. Toughill again, shortening the range, looking confident now. Two quick left, or connects with two left hands and then a straight right on Porto. Jab lands. Toughill's starting to feel it now. She's starting to breathe a little heavier. She's still moving around a bit. She's looking a bit tense. I think the weight of what's going on is definitely on her shoulders. She's up, I would say, on the scorecard. Porto again looking for that trip. She's got it though. Looking to pass. Few weak looking punches now. Is Porto looking for mount? Oh, she's got mount. Armbar. That's it. Yep. It's only a matter of time. Vanessa Porto is an absolute demon in there. 15-0. Got the armbar win, slipped right into mount. Jesus Murphy. I mean, she is a problem and a half, is Vanessa Porto in this women's division, as she thanks everyone that Shooter Box, all of her various sponsors, all of her friends, famous supporters, still being the Pride Women's Champion. She is looking forward to our next challenger, stepping forward as a 69. Nice on the critical rating. Just above the critical rating there. Almost 20,000 people, though, in Kanto, a $6 million gate. Fun main event. The Joaquin Hansen fight, though, was tremendous. With Dean Thomas. That was fantastic of a contest, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think Macaulay Vistian. Yeah, we'll go with Joaquin. Yeah, I mean, Forrest, I guess he was graded as below him. And we'll give a performance bonus to Johnny Hendricks as well. Chris Lieben was fantastic. There we go. That will do it for this episode. We made $7 million, goddamn. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next worldwide taping, and the first worldwide taping of 2010. Take care, everyone.